didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive.
Death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary.
I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail and that you don't learn. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
What makes life powerful and meaningful and substantive is the expiration date. How do you keep going? Why do you keep going? When the world says everything else is supposed to be opposite. Pain is a repetition of the psyche. Until you learn how to figure it out, until you learn how to tap it on the back and say, I know you there, but I'm built to deal with you. I don't want nobody to leave here today and not understand why we must find a way to push through pain to understand that's on the other side of that is glory.
Do not take the easy way out. Do not give up based on instinct. If you are forced to stand down, to retreat, so that you can rebuild and reattack, so be it. But make that decision based on logic, not on the instinct of surrender and defeat. And you need to train that instinct, your instinct. Train it to say, get up, go, fight on. And if that is what you become, if that becomes your fundamental reaction to adversity, if that becomes your gut instinct, then you will overcome just about anything that stands in your path.
There's two sides of pain that I don't think a lot of people really understand, right? There's one side of pain that's the suffering and the discomfort side of pain. That's why everybody raised their hands when I first asked, do you have ever been through pain? Because that hurts. You remember what that felt like. But then there's another side of pain that's called effort. It's called glory. It's called if you can find a way to push through pain, there's something greater on the other side of it. And if you've never tapped into it, it's because the first time you felt it, you backed off. The first time you felt, that burn, the first time you felt that, it's too much. And we rationalize with ourselves to where we automatically stop. That's why a bunch of us give up so much in life so quickly. That's why kids have a problem finishing things in today's time. Because as soon as they feel a small bit of discomfort, of things ain't right, they're gone. I can't do it no more. But suppose I told you the greatest pain of my life is the reason I'm standing here today. Well, sometimes your greatest pain, it ain't even about you. It's about a greater purpose. that if you can find a way to push through, that if you can find a way to not make it about you, learn to appreciate the occasional storms that come in your life. Just learn to appreciate how small they are, the occasional storms that come every day. And then that's the ingredient of how you really deal with pain. Figuring that out. Stop crying.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son. There's all kinds of different ways to break. You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and none of those are fun, and all of those are going to leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory, or it can be the mark of defeat. Because every time you break, and in every way that you break, while it's a chance, it's definitely a chance for you to give up and for you to just to fall apart. But there's also opportunity. There's opportunity.
See here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing this morning? Happy Tuesday.
Amazing, David. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can everyone see my screen here? What do you guys see?
Yes, you.
Just me?
Just you and a picture in the back of you.
All right.
Oh, I see Facebook recruiting system. Sorry about that.
No problem. That's what I was looking for. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So today is Tuesday, October 20th. Tuesday, I like to call it the unofficial lead order day. Wednesday is the official lead order day. But I always tell my agents, or first come, first serve. So get your lead orders in today to your managers. Give them a chance to get everything all organized so they can get it submitted to the home office, and then get your leads out hopefully as soon as possible tomorrow. Have them in the portal first thing in the morning or whenever they get to do that. Next, the first Friday of next month, we're going to have our first in-person agency meeting. I'm really excited about that. It's going to be the first time we met in person in a long, long time. The home office is actually going to come down for that. There's been links in Telegram. We've been getting emails. Please make sure you register. This isn't going to be like a normal event. There is social distancing. So we need to have a number. So we have to make sure that we have the proper procedures and the proper spacing available for everyone. You might be living in an area where they're not taking the COVID as serious right now, but over on that part of Florida, they are a lot stricter than other areas I've been, including the west coast of Florida where I do live. So just keep that in mind. So please register. We want to make sure we have all the proper precautions, make sure that we keep everyone safe, and come on out. We got people coming from Louisiana, Missouri, all over Florida, and I'm sure there's people coming from other areas that I'm missing. But make sure that you come on out here. Let's just see. All right, some people here. All right. So today I wanted to talk about well, another thing too I want to bring up today. Like I said, it's October 20th, and right now, what my mindset is January 1, and I'm thinking about my goals for next year and what I want to accomplish. I still have my goals for this year. I still have my weekly goals. I still have my monthly goals. I still have a lot I want to accomplish, but New Year's, that's a big time. Everyone's setting their new goals and stuff like that. And my whole mindset and what I've practiced a long time ago is my New Year's goals. I need to start them in October because I need to build momentum. So come January 1st, when everyone else is starting the process, right, trying to get that train moving from a standstill to reach their goals, my train's flying down the station. I'm barricading over things and I'm crushing goals. And it's funny because right around this time, 2 years ago, I was a one-man show. I was a single agent. I had a lot of questions, a lot of fears, a lot of doubts. And I had a lot of different things going on. And I think right around this time, actually, Doug and we sat down and we came up with a goal, came up with a plan. And my goal was, that was October. By the end of the following year, I wanted to hit $100,000 in production by the end of that year. And remember, I was a single agent, so that was a huge goal to have, right? But all I had was I was willing to work hard, and that was it. That was it. I knew I was just going to have to work really, really hard to accomplish it. And again, it was a big goal to try to accomplish it was 14 months. And I ended up accomplishing that goal by June. So 8 months later. So it really shows that if you've really, really focused, you've really put in the work, you really stay consistent, you can have anything you want in this business. Because I mean, when I set goals, I set them high. I set goals where realistically, I'm not really sure if I could make them. So when I set that goal, I didn't think I was going to make that in 14 months, and I was able to make it by June. So it was 8 months. So that was definitely a great surprise. I was super pumped and super excited about it. And life's been really, really good since. So right now you want to really start thinking about turning it up and getting ready to build some momentum for the new year. And it doesn't matter where you're at. Like I said, I mean, the month of October, I think I may have made $2,000-$3,000 that month, and so it doesn't matter where you're at, and doesn't matter what your situation is, doesn't matter who doesn't matter where you're from, like whatever it is that you want to accomplish, like you're the person in charge of that, and you're the person that's also able to make that happen. So today I want to talk about Facebook recruiting system. One thing that I did consistently from day one, even before I even had my insurance license, is I use Facebook as a tool to build an agency. I always treated myself as an agency, even though I was just one person working at that agency, right? If you have a store and you're only one working there, it's still your store. You still own the store. So I still am was an agency owner, just being one agent. And that's always been my mindset. And that's also what I portrayed out to the world, right? And I use Facebook because Facebook is a great free tool that we can use to attract other people to our business. We're doing amazing things here. I mean, I have people consistently reach out to me, always asking about this opportunity. And it was because of all the work I've done putting information on Facebook. So I'm going to teach you a little bit, basically how I built my business. And this is the first time that I really share this with a lot of people all at one time. But this is one of the secrets that got me to where I'm at. You know, same thing with myself. So I heard from a mutual friend that Doug Blake was doing very well in this business. The first thing I did is went on Facebook to fact check it, right? We use Facebook to kind of see what's going on in people's lives. And so I'm going to go over basically the system that I used to create the agency that I've been able to create, just hovering almost $300,000 in production in a single month. So let's see, Facebook recruiting system, the basics of building an agency. All right, I built my business with Facebook. You can too. Our Facebook system, the tools that help you build an agency. This system only works if you work it. We want to cause a spillover effect, which means we want people just to be always asking about this opportunity, right? The more successful Doug Blake is, the more successful we all are, right? Because Doug Blake helps pave the road for us, right? And it spills over to our managers, and then it spills down to our agents where we try to create more managers. We are going to go over the tools that I developed to help you build and grow your agency organically. The secret sauce is consistency and work. You can't just do one Facebook post and expect that to change everything. And it's not going to be 1 week, and it's not going to be 1 month. You know, it might be 6 months of work before you start seeing the results. But once you start seeing the results, you will get a snowball effect as long as you continue to put the work in. And that's everything, right? That has to do with production as well. People want to be part of something. You know, I can't tell you how many times I talked to someone at a network marketing company who's making absolutely no money, might be costing them money to be part of this network marketing company, but they're so pumped up, they're so fired up because they feel like they're part of something, and they're not willing to go anywhere. They're really happy to be part of something, and they just hold on to that. So people always want to be part of something. And the other thing is, people are watching you. You know, if you are on social media, there's people watching you that you don't know. You know, I've had people message me that never commented, never liked on my stuff, nothing, and message me. And it's like, I've been watching you for months. I'm ready. Like, what do I got to do? You know, I get stuff like that all the time. And I also get people I don't know, you know, the same thing. They just, hey, listen, I've been watching you guys. I want to be part of whatever it is you're doing. You know, the truth of the matter is, you know, because of my Facebook presence, I could be dead broke, but the world doesn't think that, right? So you could be whoever you want to be on Facebook. So it starts with you supporting our social media pages. You know, again, we want to cause a spillover effect, because the one thing that's great about Doug Blake and myself is, you know, we're not greedy, right? So when we have an overflow of agents, we pass them down, and we help managers grow, and we help locate new managers, right? Our goal is to build agencies and develop managers. That's what we want to do. So go to the Blake Group Insurance Facebook page, give them a like, give them a positive review, right? People always look up reviews. If you're trying to hire somebody and you're telling this person, yeah, I work with the Blake Group, you should come work with me. Guess what? They're probably going to Google the Blake Group. And if they go and they see all these positive reviews, it's going to be easier for you to hire this recruit. Tag yourself and check in. No one wants to walk into an empty business, right? You ever go to look in a restaurant and no one's in that restaurant, and all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, did I go to the wrong place? So you always be checking in and posting some stuff. Invite others to like our page, right? If you go to the community section, you actually invite your friends to like the Blake group. And what's going to happen is when they do that, right? Because Doug does a very, very good job of posting on social media very consistently. And if you invite your friends to like the Blake group and then like them, they're going to start seeing these posts, right? We're going to start dripping content on them. And what's going to happen is one day they're going to be tired of their 9-to-5 job, or they're going to get terminated, or we're going to have COVID-20 or COVID-21 show up and they're going to be out of work, or something's going to happen and they're going to reach out to you like, hey man, I've been watching you guys at the Blake group for a long time. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you're doing? And then also our Instagram pages, follow us on Instagram. Again, people use Instagram to kind of see what's going on, and the more followers someone has, that equals the more credibility. That's just the world we live in. Whether it's right or wrong, I can't tell you that, but that is the world we live in. Your profile picture on your timeline. Your profile picture and your timeline photos are the first thing people see, right? So you want a professional picture. You want, if you ever notice the real estate agents, right? They always got the same headshot. They always got the same picture. They always look very, very professional. You look at the picture like, oh man, this guy looks like he's doing well, right? I could be borrowing someone's jacket. That could be a fake background. I could have no money in my pocket, but someone will look at that picture and be like, wow, look, that guy must be doing well. He's a professional. He must be a business guy, right? So you want your Facebook profile picture to be very professional. You want that to be like the billboard in front of your store, and you want to look very professional. So when people see you, they take you serious. If you have some kind of cartoon character as your profile picture, or some meme or something like that. I mean, I know for myself, I don't take that person very serious when it comes to building a business. So your profile picture is very important. It should be a clean picture of you alone. Let's see. Sorry, I just got a message coming in. So it should be a picture of you alone. Like, I know everyone loves their kids, everyone loves their family. I get that. Like, we have a lot of other places you could post that. You got your stories, you got your timeline. But, again, you want, when you show up to work, you don't bring your baby, right? You don't bring your kids. You show up yourself. So that's what you want to be. Then your cover photo, again, should be something, maybe a positive quote or something inspirational that represents you. Again, you want to be very, very professional. And this is, it's like some Facebook 101 stuff. I want you to visualize your team, right? Who would you want to work with? What kind of attributes would your teammates have? Do you want to work with stoners, right? Do you want to work with business people? Do you want to work with positive people? Do you want to work with negative people? Think about that. And remember, like, we have the cookie. We're able to bless somebody else, right? We shouldn't be begging people or trying to talk people into working with us. Like, what we have is amazing here. We have the cookie. Like, you don't have to sell this hard. Like, this is, for people that want, that I always say this is for people that are committed to wanting to change their life. And remember too, like, you have a way better chance of helping them change their life than one person's going to have a chance of changing your life. So again, always remember that. So we're not begging, none of that stuff. Like, we have the cookie. Reality TV 1. Remember that. People love watching reality TV. Sometimes I get on Michelle because we'll be watching a movie and she'll be looking on social media. I'm like, they're spending millions and millions of dollars to make this picture, and you're more interested in watching someone else's social media, right? But that's the world we live in today. People love watching reality TV. So what does that mean? people want to see your story. People want to see your wins. People want to see your losses, right? So one thing that I did a really good job of was documenting everything. You know, I documented when I hired an agent. I documented when I trained an agent. I documented when I wrote a policy. I documented when I got trained, when I got my insurance license. Everything I did, I wanted to tell that story on my timeline so people could see the progression. Friends of mine were able to see me go from an agent to a large agency in a very little time, and they were able to watch the whole progression through Facebook. So how do we do this? We utilize a 10-4-1 Facebook posting system. This is the blueprint. First thing is we do not spam people, right? We don't, our posts, oh, life insurance, hiring, trying to sell insurance. Or when someone looks at your Facebook profile and they scroll through it, it shouldn't be them just trying to get sold, because no one's going to go there. No one wants to be sold. Nobody says, you know what, I feel like buying something. Let me go on Facebook to see what I can buy. That doesn't happen, right? Again, we go on because we're nosy. We want to see what's going on in other people's lives. We want to see people winning. Some people want to see people losing. Some people are looking for drama, right? But one thing is, no one's going to Facebook looking to buy stuff, unless they're going to Marketplace, I guess, right? But again, I think you get it. So you want to post a minimum of 15 times a week, right? You want to be very active on Facebook. You want people to start seeing your stuff come up in their feed consistently, right? You got to remember, like, Facebook's huge, Instagram's huge. Like, these are huge platforms, and to get their attention, you have to post more than once a week, right? You have to post several times a day. 10 posts should be about topics that interest you. Again, people want to see what you're interested in. People want to see who you are. Right? When people come work with us at Senior Life, they don't come work with Senior Life most of the time. Most of the time, they come work with you, right? When I joined Senior Life, like, Senior Life looked great and everything, but I joined Doug Blake, right? I had confidence in Doug Blake. I believe Doug Blake was successful, and I believe Doug Blake was the guy that's going to help me reach the goals that I wanted to reach. So that's what was important to me. So I joined Doug Blake, right? So remember, people are going to join you. So post 10 things about things that interest you. These posts should not be about insurance. Again, they should be about hobbies, goals, vacations, motivation, etc. Things that people enjoy seeing on Facebook. You know, people that like to have things that they could relate to. Now, 4 posts should be about the opportunity. But again, it's not a spam. It's post about the freedom that this opportunity gave you. You know, for you telesales agents, you know, a post, you know, holding your phone, or some of you have the headset. Hey, you know, sitting on your couch with your feet up on your coffee table, watching TV. Hey, just close a client on a commercial. You know, sitting at the beach. You know, just close the client, taking a picture. Joanne did a great picture the other day. I saw her in her stories. I actually screenshot it and sent it to the rest of my team. But she was in a plane, you know, just close the client. I love that. If you're on here, Joanne, great job. But, you know, we have a lot of freedom. I mean, literally, we could be sitting on an island somewhere working and making money and creating a business or building a business and creating income for our families. And then another post is like product and client testimonies. You know, one thing I always like to do is take pictures when I'm with clients. You know, hey, I just covered Miss Jones, 82 years old, and she was so excited to see me. You know, I always like to take pictures when I was training agents and post them. I know Bianca's been doing a really good job with that. She's been posting like crazy with all the agents she's trained in the past. I think Jennifer did too as well. And then one post should be what we call a power post. And this power post is, the best time for this post is 8 p.m. on a Sunday. And this post should be shouting someone out, you know, letting, like, someone met a milestone. You know, for instance, First Prestige, when they hit $100,000 in group production. You know, it's, hey, congratulations, First Prestige, Joanne and Kiki, you guys hit 100,000 in group production. That's amazing. So proud of you. You know, it's been this honor working along you, watching you go through this process. So grateful that I'm teamed up with you. You know, something like that, right? Finding someone that, you know, Doug always posts the top 5 agents, you know, shouting out an agent, shouting out a new agent's first sale, you know, pushing people up. That's it. Like, we want to keep pushing people up because people want to be part of that, right? People want to be part of that positivity. So Sunday at 8 p.m. is the best time. That's the best time most people are going to see a Facebook post. So these are just some guidelines and ideas. This isn't black and white, but these are just to give you some ideas on posting. You know, Monday, you might want to do like a motivational Monday or Monday mantra or mommy Monday, right? And that's just the theme for Monday. And Monday, maybe in the morning, you'll do a motivational post, a quote. You know, if you're a mommy, right? So a mom tip, I mean, whatever it is, but you know, Monday would be kind of like the same theme. Tuesday could be Travel Tuesday, pictures of some destinations you want to go to, or if you're lucky enough, destinations you've been to. Wednesday, Workout Wednesday, Hump Day Motivation, Wellness Wednesday, Thursday, Throwback Thursday, Travel Thursday. I'm running out of time, so I'm trying to go a little faster. Friday, Fit Friday, Fun Friday, Family Friday, Foodie Friday, Saturday, Super Saturday. Again, you know, sky's the limit. As long as it's positive, you could do whatever you want, you know, but it's good if you really want to take this serious to come up with a plan, you know, come up and write the plan down. Because once you have a plan, then it's just about executing the plan. Where people get confused or people have issues is they don't actually execute a plan. They wing it. Winging it doesn't get anyone anywhere. You should never wing it. That's not productive. And then again, Sunday's the power post. Now, some best times to post on Facebook where most people are going to see it is 7 to 9 a.m., 12 to 1 p.m., 4 p.m. is a good time, and then 8 to 10 p.m. Those are good times. So if you want to post on those times consistently, again, it's a really, really good idea. Big one, don't post about politics or other controversial things, right? If I was a Trump supporter and I posted that I was a Trump supporter, right away, I would have a bunch of people that don't want to work with me. If I was a Biden supporter and I posted I was a Biden supporter, right away, I would have a bunch of people that judge me and wouldn't want to work with me. All of a sudden, you draw a line when you take up controversial topics. So even when I was in the house and people ask about politics, I say, I don't really follow politics. I don't even have cable. I don't watch the news. I don't follow any of that stuff, right? You don't want to post about that. You know, if you have your ideas, where that's awesome, but like for your business, you don't want to post that. If you had a store, you would not want to post a political sign outside your store because you would lose some clients. And that's just an example. And there's other examples as well. Another thing is friend request some people from your team. Make sure you support other posts, right? So for instance, Joanne, she does a very good job on Facebook, Kiki as well. Anytime I see their stuff on Facebook, I make sure I give them some likes, I give them some hearts if it's Instagram, and I like to comment, right? I want to give them love because when I give them love, when I comment on their stuff, what it does is it brings them right back to the top of people's news feeds, right? So when you see some of your teammates posting stuff, you know, give them a comment, give them a like, you know, make it organic. If someone likes and comments on your post, go back and like and comment on their posts. Remember, they're doing this to help you out. So go back and help them out, right? We got to scratch each other's back. We want to bring everyone else up, right? It's no fun if one person's winning. We want everyone to win here at the Blake Group. And remember, the more you give, the more you're going to be able to receive. Again, the more you help, the more you're going to be able to receive, the better your life's going to be, the more successful you will be. Start conversations with people. Connect with old friends. One of the biggest things I did is when I got home at night and I was tired, worn out, ate dinner, took a shower, laid down on my bed, I would go through and look through the newsfeed on Facebook. Not because I want to see what people were doing, because I wanted to connect with people. And I would message people, hey, how you been? What you been up to? How was your day? And I would start connecting with old people that I haven't talked to in a long time to rebuild that relationship, right? Again, I'm not spamming them. I'm not even talking about the opportunity. All I want to do is rebuild the relationship. And again, the way the Facebook algorithm talks, if you and I are talking on Messenger, often when I post on Facebook, it's going to pop up, right? So what I'm doing is I'm marketing to them without them even knowing. I'm ninja marketing. Danielle was Danielle Green. She was a victim of ninja marketing, and that's why she's here. Sorry, Danielle.
You did a good job.
Support what other people are doing, right? Another thing I do is I go through and I like other people's stuff. I comment on their stuff, right? Not one do people like supporting, like comments, but then they go back and look at my stuff. Or when you got a really nice looking professional picture, the other people that are looking at or in there that are commenting, they're like, oh, who is this Dave Price guy? He looks very professional. And they start looking at my stuff. And again, they look down my timeline and like, man, it looks like this guy is very successful. I need to work with this guy. So comment on people's posts. Another thing I'd like to do is ask questions. You know, I ask questions on Facebook about different things, you know, hey, any Netflix movie recommendations, you'll get 1,000 comments, right? You'll build some engagement. And again, when you get engagement, other people are going to see, you're going to pop up in people's news feeds. And don't spam people's inboxes. Don't go on their inbox and say, hey, you need to work with me. That doesn't work ever. Or if it does work with that person, that's not the kind of person you want in your business, right? So just connect with people, build relationships. You know, I think it's Grant Cardone who says, would you rather have $1 million or 1 million friends? And the answer is 1 million friends. Because if you had 1 million friends, it'd be easy to make $1 million. A lot more than that. And look at perfect timing. Remember, you're one recruit away from changing your business. Who do they know? You know, Jennifer Rock Cormier, the machine, she was the person that changed my business. You know, she's the person that showed me that I can really help somebody make some money in this business. And once I seen that and I knew that for real, you know, it lit a fire under me and I wanted to help everyone else. So that is the top secret Facebook recruiting system. I finally shared it to the Blake group. Now you guys all have the key to be successful. It's just going to take about doing the work, being consistent, and it's going to happen. You know, it's not a matter if, it's always a matter of when. That's lucky that we have such a great system. So thank you very much. I appreciate each and all of you. Let's go out there. Let's make it happen. If you have any questions, let me know. And remember, get your lead orders to your managers at sometime before the end of the day. Take care. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing
Thank you,
job, Dave.
David.
Great job.
Amazing. Thanks.
Thank you.
Great call, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you.